My name is Sarah, and I make videos about sewing and personal style. Today we're going to talk about spring trends. Now I know that not everyone out there is interested in following trends, and so I totally get it. If you're not into that, then maybe you just want to skip this video. But for a lot of us, myself included, I think that we like to know what the trends are because it's an interesting and creative way to incorporate new ideas into your style. Now we all know that the fashion industry pushes trends in order to make us consume more, but it doesn't always have to be that way. We can find ways to style the trends using things that are already in our closet, and that's what I'm going to be doing today. I picked out two articles from Vogue and Who What Wear, and I will link both of them down in the description box below. And I'm going to be pulling spring trends from those articles and then trying my best to come up with outfits that work for those trends using the clothes that I already have. I haven't bought anything new. Now, spoiler alert, there's at least one trend that I'm just not going to be able to do, and we'll talk about it when we get there. And also, the spring trends this year are not my favorite, so there's many of them that I wouldn't really gravitate towards, but I'm doing the best that I can to style them anyway, because you never know when you might be pleasantly surprised, and that's the whole point of this, trying out the trends to see if it's something that I want to incorporate into my own personal style. Now, the last thing I want to mention before we get started is that right now it's still winter where I live, so all of my spring and summer clothes were packed away and I didn't want to get them out of storage. So some of these, I'm going to be showing you outfits that I have worn in the past, and I'll try to tell you as we go things that I would do to update the outfits to make them work better for the trends. So I hope you'll forgive me that little indulgence, and let's just get to it. Oh, and all of the patterns will be linked down in the description box. Now, a lot of these trends from Vogue and Who What Wear do overlap a little bit, so I have grouped some of them together. The first one is soft power and new business codes. Basically, it's something that we've been seeing for the past several years now. It's tailored workwear, but in more feminine shapes. Or the way that Vogue puts it, taking feminine workwear and pairing it with more sharper, tailored pieces together. Now, this is not my natural style. I just have a way more casual lifestyle than this. But I did the best that I could. I created an outfit using my Simplicity 8554 trench coat that's out of a very fluid rayon fabric. I'm also wearing my Vicky So's Jenna blouse, which is also in a rayon fabric. And then I'm wearing my Paradise Patterns Protea pants, which is made out of a suiting. So all three of these, the trench, the blouse, and the pants, are traditionally more tailored pieces, but they're all made out of a little bit softer, more fluid fabrics. So it is a little bit more feminine than your typical workwear. I'm also wearing it with loafers that have a pearl accent, which is of course a little bit more feminine. And then I'm carrying a vintage Coach bag, which is very like 90s minimalism classic. Now I did like this outfit and I would wear it, but this is not a style that I would incorporate on a regular basis. As I said, my style is a little bit more casual, so I'm more likely to wear like the two top pieces with jeans or something like that. But I did like this outfit and I wouldn't mind wearing it every once in a while in my everyday life. Now, number two is about color trends. Who What Wear specifically calls out powder pink, and Vogue called it femininity unraveled, which included other colors that are pastels like butter yellow, pale blue, mint green, in addition to the pink. Now, one of the articles specifically called out combining a pale pink with other more unexpected neutrals like a gray or a chocolate brown, and I really liked that idea. Now, to be honest, pale pink is not a good color for me, and so I didn't think I was going to be able to do this trend, but I did find this one top that's still in my closet. It's McCall's 8067, and it's made out of a linen. And to be honest, I've always struggled to style this top, but I decided to do my best. So I put the top over my Victory Patterns Francis turtleneck and my black washed out Abercrombie jeans, and then I'm carrying a gray purse as well. Now, this outfit was definitely not my favorite. Like I said, I do struggle to style this top because the color is not the greatest for me. And ultimately, I actually decided to go ahead and rehome this top because it's just not right. I think I'd been holding on to it for so long because I feel like I did a pretty decent job constructing it and the fabric was very expensive. But holding on to something just because it cost me a lot of time and money is not a good reason to keep it in my closet if I don't feel comfortable in it, if it doesn't feel like me. So I decided to go ahead and pass that one on. But I'm actually glad that I styled this outfit because it did help me to figure that out and come to that conclusion that that pale pink just doesn't really work for me. I do think that it's a pretty color and I wouldn't avoid it completely in the future, but I probably wouldn't wear it too close to my face. And that pretty much goes for all of the pastels. I think maybe baby blue is probably the best one for me, but those pale colors just tend to wash me out too much. And for the most part, I'm just going to avoid them. Number 3 on the list, Who What Wear is calling it personal touches, and Vogue is calling it let's go thrifting. It's about adding interesting accessories or patterns in a more individual way, kind of that thrift shop look. And this trend shows that we really seem to be moving away from that classic minimal style that's been dominating for so long now. So this definitely is more of a maximalist trend. It includes retro-inspired patterns, mixing prints and garments with trims. Now, this is a style that doesn't come naturally to me, but I do like to play in it a little bit now and then. For this one, I chose an older outfit that I've worn in the past. I'm wearing my shaped lace tee, which is knit out of a purple cotton yarn. And I'm also wearing my Butterick 6743 skirt, which is made out of a Rifle Paper Company floral design. Now, I would definitely tweak this outfit for this trend. For one thing, I would not carry such a large bag. I would wear a smaller bag and a little bit more of a neutral tone, like a gray or maybe a soft brown or something. And I would probably put away the sneakers and wear something else a little bit more feminine, like a ballet flat or sandals or something like that. Now, I actually really liked this outfit and I would wear it again. It's a little bit different for me. It's not something that I typically go for. Usually, if I wear a color or a print, I only wear one item of clothing and not both. But adding that little touch of maximalism is more fun, especially because we've been doing the simple monochromatic neutral tones for so long. It's good to just try something out and do something different. So I do like this trend, but it's not something that I would say is a core part of my personal style. I would just like to quickly say that if I sound a little bit funny or if I have any strange cuts in this video, I am still getting over a cold, and so I'm doing the best that I can to cut out all the sniffling and the coughing, but I do apologize for that if it's a little bit jarring. Moving on to the fourth trend, which is called the modern socialite. Now we're kind of going back to the 90s minimalism. This one's all about those pared back neutrals, elegant style. And for this trend, I chose another old outfit that I really like, actually. I'm wearing a cotton cardigan that is from the Vogue Knitting magazine. And I'm wearing that over my Friday Pattern Company saltwater slip dress in a black rayon. And then I'm wearing it with some minimal accessories. I think that this outfit really fits the trend pretty well. And I would go back to it again. The only thing that I would do a little bit differently is I'm pretty sure I only wore this clutch for the picture because I don't like clutches. I think I bought this like 20 years ago to carry to a wedding, and then I've maybe carried it like 3 times since. So I definitely switch up the bag, but I think that style-wise, it does definitely fit in with that 90s style. I also think if we're talking about spring and it's a little bit cooler still, it would also be fun to put like a little white baby tee underneath the dress as well for a little bit more coverage. But this trend is absolutely in my wheelhouse. It's something that I do regularly incorporate into my style, so I'm definitely on board with this one. Number 5 is called Isn't It Grand? And it's all about opulence, lush brocades or beads, satin, and lace. Now, this one was really a struggle for me. It's just not my style. I don't like anything to be too fussy. I don't like having to mess with my clothes and anything with that kind of intricate detail. I just feel like you'd be situating yourself all the time, and I just don't like doing that. So the closest thing that I was able to come up with is this matching set that I made last year. The cami top is called the I Am Valerie pattern, and then the bottoms are the paper cut Tula pants. And I made them out of this beautiful printed silk, which I do think is opulent. It's pretty elegant. And I could maybe even pair my lace cardigan that I showed in the last photo over the top if I wanted to add even more detail. So although I do like this outfit and I would wear it again, it's not my typical style. It's not something I would normally gravitate towards. And I certainly don't see myself adding anything new for this trend. It's just not really my style. Number 6 is called Just a Peep. So peep toe shoes are back, both heels and flats. This one is a super hard pass for me. I couldn't do anything for this trend because I don't own any peep toe shoes. I just find them very uncomfortable. I don't like the way that they rub on my toes. And I also don't really like the style. To me, it's a very, very over-the-top feminine, like 50s type silhouette, almost costumey, and that is just not my style. But I have included a few pictures from the articles of shoes that are an example of what is on trend. For those of you who might be interested, let me know in the comments if you are a fan of peep-toe shoes or not. They're definitely not for me, but I know that they have their fans out there. Number 7 on the list is craving romance. This is another one that does not come naturally to me. It's all about boho, bubble hems, lace, lingerie styles, and florals and paler shades. Now, I feel like I'm sounding like a broken record, but I just don't really like this over-the-top girly stuff. Like, maybe every once in a while I might incorporate something that's a little bit more feminine, but it's definitely not my traditional style. So the best outfit that I could come up with was this outfit I wore last summer. I paired the seamwork Maju top with a Love Notions Rhapsody dress that I refashioned into a skirt. And these fabrics are actually the same, so they're the same cotton eyelet on top and bottom, so they match. If I wanted to be a bit more boho, I'd probably switch out the shoes for, I don't know, like a suede shoe or something, and then maybe carry like a big suede hobo bag. But I did really struggle to find something that would work for this trend because boho just isn't really my style. Now this next one I thought was interesting. Number 8 is called The Wrong Coat, and Vogue called it Spring Outerwear Stories. And it's all about pairing a sporty coat with a more elegant dress, like an evening dress even. Now in my head, I was definitely like, I'm not gonna like this. This is not my thing. But the whole point of this exercise is we're trying things out and seeing what happens. You never know when you might like something. And I was really pleasantly surprised by how much I actually liked this outfit. Now these are both ready-to-wear pieces. This dress, this tweed dress, is one that I've had in my closet for a long time. I wear it like once a year to like a work function. It's a tweed dress, so it's a little bit dressy and it has some little pearl details, so it's very feminine. It's very like corporate-y to me, so I don't tend to reach for it. And then on top, I'm wearing my Madewell utility jacket that I've had in my closet for many, many years. And I put on a skinny belt just to kind of emphasize the waist. And then I'm wearing my cap-toe slingbacks and that same black Coach bag. And I actually really did like this outfit. I felt like the jacket helped to dress down the dress and make it a little bit more appropriate for my everyday lifestyle. The reason I don't wear that dress is because it just feels too formal. So the jacket, I think, really helped make it more of a casual look that would actually work for me. So although this is not an outfit I'm going to be wearing every week or anything, I do actually really like this. And maybe I'll give this trend a try with some other things in my closet and see if I like those pairings as well. You never know. Number 9 on the list, Who What Wear is calling it feel good, and Vogue is calling it crafty minimalism. This one's all about spring textures, specifically fringe, feathers, and crochet. Now this was another one I couldn't really do because I don't like fringe, and I definitely would not wear feathers. And I'm actually kind of surprised that I don't have any crochet garments in my closet right now. I've definitely made some in the past, but just I don't have anything right now. So the best that I could come up with was this outfit from last year, which is my white eyelet Pattern Emporium Dream On dress. And in the photo, I'm wearing it with my suede beige boots. And I do think the boots work well for that sort of boho feel. Although eyelet is not crochet, I feel like it has kind of a similar texture. And then the only thing I would probably switch up is I'd carry a different bag, something a little bit quirkier, maybe with some more details, like a printed bag, like maybe a denim bag or something. But yeah, this is making me think that maybe I do need to add a crochet top to my wardrobe because I do think it's cute and it's something that I would wear. But for now, this trend was definitely a struggle for me because I don't really have anything that works for it. The number 10 trend is called summertime prep, and it's all about the nautical trend with stripes, natural fibers like cotton and linen. It's basically the successor to the coastal grandma trend that was happening a few years ago. So this is another one that's pretty easy for me. I feel like I have a lot of things already in my closet that would work for this. I did choose an older outfit from last year or maybe the year before for this. I'm wearing my navy stripe Ricky So's Rory tank with my True Bias Lander blue wide leg cropped pants. And if I wanted to make it even more preppy, I would throw like a white cardigan or a sweater over my shoulders. But I do think this outfit is really cute, and I'm pretty sure I've worn this outfit several times before, and I'm sure that I'll wear it again. And I just feel like this one is a really easy one to achieve if you have a lot of basics and a lot of stripes in your closet. The number 11 trend is called checks and balances, and this is plaids and checks for spring, and especially when you style it with other patterns. Now, this one was actually a little bit surprising to me. I do have some plaids and checks in my wardrobe, but most of them are more winter oriented. I didn't really have a ton of stuff that would work for spring or summer, but I do have this one plaid Cali dress that I made a few years ago. To me, it has a very preppy feel, so I think it would actually work really well for the previous trend as well. I do think I would try to update it by maybe wearing it open over like a tank top and some jeans, or maybe even like shorts. I think that would be a really cute and fun look for summer. So that was my attempt at trying to style spring 2025 trends with things that I already have in my closet. Let me know in the comments which trends that you liked the most and if there's any that you're interested in incorporating into your own style. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.